I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May.
Hello everyone, today we are at Suvarnabhumi Airport, the biggest airport in Thailand, and it is one of the most important airports in Southeast Asia.
Thank you, Jam. Many people who have responsibility here, we can see like people who have responsibility at the check-in counter. They're gonna escort our luggage into the gate, and people at the gate gonna escort our luggage and passenger into the aircraft. But there are many more departments that we don't know what are their responsibility for. Today we're gonna take a look at it. Let's go. So it is really pleased to have an interview with Miss Jan today. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Can I ask you what is your position in the airport?
I'm currently working as a passenger service agent with BFS or Bangkok Flight Services. Yes.
That's nice to hear. And what is a brief description about your job? Can I have information about it?
Yes, sure. Passenger service agent is like a ground attendant, if you heard about it. So as a ground attendant or passenger service, we work as like a customer service and take care of our passengers for the airlines since from the check-in process to onboard on the aircraft. Yes.
Okay. And one more question for me is what is your personal background, like your education before this?
Yeah, so I graduated, not yet, but within this year, yeah. I've graduated from business school from KMITL, King Mongkut's Institute of Technology, Lat Krabang.
Okay, so
yes.
inside is Lat Krabang.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the different role of passenger service agent and the ground attendant?
Yeah, the passenger service agent and ground attendant is pretty much the same. Yeah, it's the same thing that it's a customer service that take care of the passengers since the check-in process, and to the onboard to the aircraft. Yes, it's the same thing. And what I want to add more is that me, as a passenger service, I work as an outsource with Bangkok Flight Services company. So there would be another ground attendant that is for the airline specifically. Yeah, you can call it airline staff. Yeah, that is also ground attendant, but they would not do the check-in. Yeah, but they will also take care during the check-in process with us as a outsource. Yeah, and all of the stuff. Yes.
So the next question is, what is the most important thing of a passenger service agent besides language and service mind?
Yes, of course. As a passenger service, you have to have, pretty good at English language and also service mine. But other than that, it would be, I would say, accuracy in the document, accuracy in the rules, because like, you know, especially the document is very, very important because it's about security as well. Yeah. So, you know, for example, the passenger wants to travel to another country. Do they need visa? Do they need passport? Like everything you have to check. You know, the valid date. You know, like everything in document is very important. Why? Because if you send as an airline and you send the passenger to the country that they went to, and the document is wrong, so that means they will have to send your passenger back to your country, and that is the big problem, and you will get reported. But the problem is not only about we employee got reported, but it's also about the security and the end country. Yeah.
And the next question is what inspired you to become a passenger service agent?
Well, I would say language. Yeah, I love language. I love new people. Yeah, I want to work in this kind of environment. Like I used to work in the office, but I don't like the 9 to 5 job. Yeah, this one is more interesting. Yes.
So can you tell me more about the day-to-day responsibility of a passenger service agent in your
Yes.
company?
Sure. So it depends each day. So we have a lot of assignment, and sometimes I assign for check-in, sometimes I assign for meet the aircraft, or just cucumber at the counter. But I would say like this. So first step in our daily, we would brief. We would do the briefing, and then we go to the counter to check in for the passenger. Yes, and after that, we would go to the gate. To look for the passenger at the arrival flight. Yes, and then we will take care of our passengers for the departure flight. Yes, like we check in for the passenger that will go, at departure flight. Yes, and then they will come to the gate. And then we will, take care of them, bring them to the aircraft like safely.
A lot of things.
Yes.
Are you
And
tired,
then-
Jen?
A lot, but it's fun. As I said before. But after that, it's not out. My job is not end yet. So after that, like if I meet the aircraft today, after we all finish at the gate, we have to collect the file and stuff. And it will take a lot more time, like the airport tax, a lot of stuff.
You are amazing.
I
Amazing. Okay, so the next questions. What are the key quality or skill you are looking for in the successful in passenger service agents?
Well, the key qualities I want to, look for is time management. Like everything is such competition with time. So to be honest, I'm pretty bad at time management. So it would be it's definitely like been a tough time for me at first. So but the more I come to work as a chef, as a roaster, I have to adapt to it, and that I get used to it, at work. And also like the process of working, like whether it's check-in, the file and stuff, like it's time competition. Yeah, and I want, and that's what I looking for, like to be fast. Yeah, that's it. And I'm trying to. Yes.
It is very challenging to you, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very challenging. Yeah.
So, do you have any memorable experience of being passenger service agent? Something like perfect atmosphere for the passenger, like yeah.
Okay. You mean like positive or negative?
Start with the positive.
Okay. So the positive one, and I would never forget. Well,
Okay.
when I was working here, like maybe the month, 2 months.
2 months.
Yes. And then I was cucumber at the counter, just watch the passengers through the line, the queue, and then there's passenger who I'm sorry, like disabled. Yeah. So I just come to him and like I charge him and I asked him nicely that if he requested a wheelchair, being nice is the simplest thing that you can do, as a passenger service. So yeah, I smiled and I was very welcoming, and then he was very nice to me. Like he gave me the key. It's like the gift from Scotland. Yeah. So that was like the first gift. That was like the first gift I ever received. Like he's very kind. Yeah. Yes.
Nice,
Yeah,
very
that's
nice.
it.
Yeah.
What is one of the main responsibility that you think is important to you?
Yes, of course. So, as an passenger service, the most important thing, like, and it's also under our responsible, is security. Yeah, you have to check everything, like since the check-in process. In the check-in process, like every time we have to ask our passengers if there is power bank, electronic device in your baggage. That's very important because no one's gonna know that who's gonna do. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Yes. Yeah, it's about the security. So yes, we need to check everything, like since the check-in process, as I said before, about the dangerous goods, and also like the documents. Yeah, that is very important.
So can you tell me how many years does it take for you to reach this position?
It doesn't take many years. I've been working here for 2 months and a half. Yeah. It's, to be honest, this position is not that hard to reach. If for anyone who is interested to work the job, like go for it, apply for it, try it.
So have you ever encountered any difficulty while doing your job?
Yes, sure. The difficulty would be the check-in process. Like as I said, that I've been working here like not for a very long time, not even reached 3 months. I don't know much about the process. Like it's still very confusing, and as I said before, that the document is very important because it's something that involves the legal things. Sometimes there are passengers who try to travel like illegal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why it's very important, and that is the hardest thing for me, because me as a new join, I cannot recognize if they are be able to fly, or the document is fit to fly or not. Yes.
For the next question, what are the job requirements of a passenger service agent?
So for the document, basically it just simply document that you apply for other jobs, normally. And also if you have your resume would be nice, but when I apply for this job, I don't use the resume. Like they don't ask for resume. You just walk in. The requirement is bring your confidence and make sure that you have every required document that they ask for on. You can check on the page, the Facebook page, and just walk in and interview, and you know if you got the job at that day. So good luck.
For the last question, can you tell about the pros and cons of this job?
Okay, start with the pro. I love, as I said so many times, I love new people. I love diverse people, diversity. I love languages. I love to serve, to do the service job. It's my passion, and that's the pro. Yes, and so the pros, I think for this position as a passenger service, it is a job for anyone who looking for to improve your service mind, improve your language, since you have to meet a lot of people, you have to meet diverse people. So it's a great opportunity to learn languages, to improve your language skill. Yes, because you use English every day. And also solving problem skills and how to handle it professionally. Yes.
For the cons,
And for the cons, as I said before, that this job, we work as a roster, we work as shift, night shift, and we have to come to work like it could be like any hour, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and the next day you come like 6 a.m., not 6 a.m., but like 10 a.m. Like your sleep schedule is ruined, and you may not have time for your family, for your friends, because you use all those time to sleep. Personally, so that's the con.
so in a specific time, right?
Yes.
So as you work here and your job is one of the jobs that has to use English all the time, so do you think language barriers matter to the job position you have?
Well, I would say language should not be a barrier to work here, because I would say that language is a must to use, but it should not be a barrier, because still passengers that I face each day, they're not very good at English. I mean, it's not like their mother language.
So sometimes it's difficult to understand them.
Yeah, definitely. Like, for example, I work for Malaysia Airlines, for Air Busan. So, of course, I met with Korean people. Like, they use Korean, right? And they're not really usual to English. So, the way to communicate, there are so many ways, like Google Translate, and application and such. Yes.
So it's not that difficult to communicate with them because the technology of nowadays, right?
Yes, exactly.
And as you work as a passenger service agent, is there any time that you have to deal with a demanding passenger, or like the passenger who does not have really good manners sometimes?
Yes, every time, every day.
And how do you deal with that?
Well, firstly, you have to stay calm, as much as possible, and you have to, concern about their behavior, and like kind of, look for the level of their anger. If they're just level 1, you just call your supervisor, and if they're, too much, you just call security guard. Yeah.
And do you think this is one of the biggest problems that you have to face during your work time, like in your job?
I think it's not the biggest problem. Like, I feel like I faced, like a big problem.
There's a bigger problem.
Yeah, there's a bigger problem, like more important. But, it's something you cannot control about people behavior, Yeah.
Okay, and for the last question, do you have any recommendations for those who are looking to applying to this job position?
Yes, of course. So if you're the person who likes diversity like me, you want to meet, diverse people, different, languages, different races, it's very lively kind of environment to work with, I would say it's fun to work for me, but if you cannot work as a roster or shift, the time schedule is ruined. You will get like bad sleep schedule. So if you're the person who's not be able to work like, unstable schedule, I would not recommend. But if you're the one who, can keep up with it and you want to work with a lot of people, so yes, I would recommend.
Okay, thank you so much for today.
You're welcome.
So thank you so much for today, and we're a pleasure to have you here today.
Hope you guys have something from this session of interviewing today. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.